Hello students, today we are going to learn about the assessment of growth. So we have to understand that there are two different terminologies, growth and development. So growth means what? It is development of your body, or it is increase in size of your body, we can say. So as your height is increasing, weight is increasing, you have BMI, your arm circumference, head circumference. So all these are parts of your growth because they are increasing. Okay, development means what? So it is one type of the maturation, okay, or the child is developing milestones. So it is functional change. Growth, we can say it is anatomical change, and development means it is physiological change. In growth we are learning that what is the change in height, what is the change in weight. Okay, in development we can say that, okay, initially the child was rolling, then the child learned the sitting, then the child learned standing, and then child learned walking. Clear? So all these are developmental milestones. So in short we can say that growth means it is your anatomical change that you are learning, and development means you are learning the physiological change. So in today's lecture we are learning about the assessment of growth. Now, how we can assess this growth? So assessment of this physical growth will be done by anthropometric measurement. So what is anthropometry? So anthropometry means it is study of biological characteristic of human body. So as I told, we have to assess the height, weight, BMI, arm circumference, chest circumference, head circumference of individual. So that will be known as anthropometric measurement. Why this measurement is necessary? So this measurement of the different growth parameters, it is important for child care, because that will give you idea that what is normal. If you know what is normal, then and then you can identify what is abnormal. Clear? So measurement of all these growth factors, they are very important. First and very important, it is weight. So why the assessment of weight is necessary? So very simple answer. So it is the best criteria for the assessment of growth. Okay, and it is very good indicator of health and nutritional status. So if you consider any child, so definitely we are telling that if the weight is good, definitely the child is healthy. There are less chances that child will be having any illness. Okay, and if the child is having less weight, there are more chances that child is having illness. Clear? So it is the best indicator of health and nutritional status of child. Now, what should be the birth weight? So it differs from country to country, but for Indian population we can say that birth weight ranging from 2.5 kg to 3.5 kg will be considered normal. Now that will be birth weight 2.5 kg to 3.5 kg, but it will decrease in the first week of life, because now the uh, child has to fight, okay, for survival. Okay, and all this atmosphere is not accommodated by child very easily. The child will have to use its energy. So whenever the child is in the mother's uterus, it is very safe environment. Now the child is in outside, it is not in contact with, or it is not surrounded by uterus. So the child will have to utilize some energy to get the accommodation. So for initial 7 days or 1 week, we can say the child will lose 10% of this birth weight. So if you consider that birth weight was 3 kg, so within 1 week, instead of increasing, it will decrease 10%. So from 3 kg, it reduces to 2.7 kg. Again, whatever the weight is lost during this first week of the life will be regained within 3-4 days, and we can say that at the age of the 10 days, okay, at the age of 10 days the child will regain the birth weight. Clear? So initially birth weight, then 10% decrease in the first week, and then again by the 10 days of the age the child will return to normal birth weight. Now this is one of the device by which you can put this child into this bag like structure and then just hang that bag. So you will be having weight of the child, because the routine weighing machine what we are using, that will not be applicable for children, because they will not be able to stand, especially newborn baby. Now when you go to pediatric OPD, so here you will be finding that pediatric weight scale is also there. So in that, if you put the child into lying position, then also it will measure the weight. Clear? So either you can use this type of the material or you can use that pediatric weight scale. Okay, our routine weighing scale will not be useful. Now how this weight will increase? Clear? So how this weight will increase? So initial 3 months you can say that you will be having daily increase of 20 to 30 gram, daily increase of 25 to 30 gram for first 3 months. Then it is not given on daily basis, it is given per month basis. So after 3 months of the age you will be expecting 400 gram per month, 400 gram per month. Clear? So for initial 3 months it will be 25 to 30 gram per day, and for remaining 9 months up to the 1 year of the age it will be 400 gram per month. Now when it will be double, so it will be double by the age of 5 months. When it will be triple, so it will be by the age of 1 year. Okay, again the journey is like this only. So it will be 4 times by the age of 2 years, 5 times by the age of 3 years, 6 times by the age of 5 years, and 7 times by the age of 7 years, and 10 times by the age of 10 years. Okay, now how to remember, so that we are learning in the next slide. Then whatever the weight is increasing, so that increases rapidly during the puberty phase. Okay, and the child will come to adult size. So during puberty it will increase more. Now what is the calculation of 1 time, 2 time, 3 times? So during the birth, whatever the birth weight is there, that will be doubled by 5 months. Okay, it will be tripled by 1 year. It will be 4 times by the age of 2 years. It will be 5 times by the age of 3 years. It will be 6 times by the age of 5 years, and it will be 7 times by the age of 7 years. Clear? So at the age of 7 years it will be 7 times of birth weight. Clear? At the age of 7 years it will be 7 times of birth weight. Clear? Okay, and 10 times at the age of 10 years. Clear? So this is how the weight is increasing. Birth weight double by 5 months, triple by 1 year. Okay, then on every year it will be increasing. Okay, and it will increase in such a way that at the age of 7 years it will be 7 times, and at the age of 10 years it will be 10 times. Now another parameter is length and height. So actually height means it is vertical measurement, but as we discussed, the child may not be able to stand on weighing machine. Each and every child is not able to stand, especially newborns, and at least up to the age of 1 year you cannot expect the child to stand on weighing machine. So the height is taken in lying position. Clear? Child will be in lying position. So instead of telling it height, sometimes the word used is length. Why? Because it is not measured vertically. Okay, so whatever it is mentioned, length or height, both are same for our pediatric population. Now length or height, it is indicative of what? So it is indicative of skeletal growth. Okay, it is indicative of skeletal growth. In height also, initially the height will increase more, then gradually the speed of height increase will reduce. Clear? So yearly increments in height gradually diminish from birth to maturity. Now what is the normal height or normal length? So at the birth time 50 centimeter is sufficient. Okay, so that will be considered normal for Indian newborn baby. Again, from country to country it will be different. Now height will be 60 centimeter by the age of 3 months, 70 centimeter by the age of 9 months, but how I am remembering, at the age of 1 year it should be 1.5 times. Clear? At the age of 1 year height should be 1.5 times. Clear? So if the birth height or birth length is 50 centimeter, it will be 1.5 times at the age of 1 year. Clear? Okay, now in second year again there will be 12 centimeter increase. In third year it will be 9 centimeter. In fourth year again it is 7 centimeter. Okay, so this is increasing, but again this increment in particular year will decrease as the age advances. On an average, you can say that 6 to 7 centimeter per year it is increasing up to the age of 12 to 15 years. Clear? Okay, there is one formula also. So it is age multiplied by 6 plus 77. Clear? So for example, whatever the age of the child is 3 years, so 3 into 6, so that is 18 plus 77. So whatever the answer comes, that should be height of that particular year, so that is 3 years. Clear? So age into 6 plus 77 centimeter. Here the age we have to write in years. Clear? Okay. Now this height will be double by the age of 4 to 4.5 years. Clear? So birth height, okay, it will be 1.5 times by the age of 1 year, okay, and it will be double by the age of 4 to 4.5 years. Okay, then on an average 5 centimeter increase in every year till onset of puberty. So here you can see height at the birth 1.5 times at the age of 1 year, and it is 2 times at the age of 4 to 4.5 years. This is how the height will be measured. So you can see that the child is in lying position, okay, and one meter will be connecting what it is touching the foot part of this child, okay, and the child head is already in contact with one vertical bar. Clear? So here the length between that vertical bar at the head side and this movable contact, okay, so that will be the height of our child. Now body mass index. So you might be knowing body mass index. So it is what? So what should be your ideal weight based on your height? So that gives idea, okay, and that idea is by body mass index. Clear? So there is one formula for calculation of this body mass index. It is body mass index is equal to weight in kilogram divided by height in meter square. BMI is generally constant up to the age of 5 years. Then based on your BMI there will be classification. What is this classification? So it is known as BMI categories. So it is classified into 4 categories. Which are these 4 categories? So it will be underweight, normal weight, overweight and obesity. Underweight, normal weight, overweight and obesity. So what are these values? So underweight means it is having a value of BMI less than 18.5 kilogram per meter square. Normal weight, so all we know, it is ranging from 18.5 to 24.9 kilogram per meter square. Overweight, so definitely it is more than 25. It is more than 25 but less than 30, so it is up to 29.9 kilogram per meter square. And obesity, it is either equal to or more than 30 kilogram per meter square. Clear? So this is BMI categories: underweight, normal weight, overweight and obesity. Clear? I repeat, underweight means less than 18.5, normal weight 18.5 to 24.9, so that is less than 25. Overweight means 25 to 29.9 and obesity equal or more than 30. Now head circumference. So that is measuring the size of head. What is the significance of head circumference? So very simple answer, it is related to brain growth and development. Clear? So indirectly it shows the volume of your brain, and definitely the brain is directly concerned with our maturation. Okay, what should be the head circumference at birth? So it is 35 centimeter. Few literatures they are supporting 32 to 35 centimeter at the time of birth. Then later on at the age of 3 months it is about 40 centimeter. At the age of 6 months it is 43 centimeter. At the age of 1 year it is 45 centimeter. At the 2 years it is 48 centimeter. At the 7 years it is 50 centimeter. At the 12 years it is 52 centimeter. So 52 centimeter will be equal to adult. Clear? So we can say that after the age of 12 years generally the head circumference will not increase much. Now again we will be confused. that okay, how to remember all these values based on age, because the child may be presented to us at any age. Clear? So just you remember 35 centimeter at birth. Clear? 35 centimeter at birth. Now during first 3 months of life, I repeat, during first 3 months of life, you have to add 2 per month in this value. Clear? So at the age of 1 month plus 2 means 37. At the age of 2 months plus again 2, so that is 39. Again at the age of 3 months again plus 2, so it is 41. Okay, so first 3 months you have to add plus 2 for each month. Okay, then 4th, 5th and 6th month. Okay, 4th, 5th and 6th month you have to add 1. Clear? You have to add 1. So if the child is coming to you on the completion of 5 months of the age, so how to identify the normal value of this head circumference at the 5 months age? So it is 35 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 for initial 3 months, then plus 1 plus 1. Clear? So it is around 35 plus 8, so it is around 43 centimeter. Clear? Okay, now what about the 7 to 12 months of the age? So you add half per month. Clear? Add half per month. So if I want to say that I want to calculate the head circumference at the age of 1 year, so how to go? So it is 35 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 for first 3 months, then plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 for 4th, 5th and 6th month, then plus half plus half plus half plus half plus half up to 12 months. Clear? So on an average 35 plus 12. Clear? So it comes around 47. Okay, then on every year it may increase by 2 to 2.5 centimeter. Clear? So this is how the head circumference is increasing. If you have any doubt, you can rewind and you can listen this again, how to add this value. So this was regarding head circumference. Now the important of this head circumference measurement is generally to diagnose hydrocephalus. So we know that hydrocephalus means it is accumulation of the excessive cerebrospinal fluid. Clear? So how to identify? So if you find 1 centimeter in 2 weeks, okay, during the first 3 months of life, okay, so that is fine, but more than that, okay, so 1 centimeter in 2 weeks during first 3 months of life, okay, up to that value it is fine. But if you find increase in head circumference even more than this, so definitely you can suspect hydrocephalus. Clear? So there should be a particular speed of increasing this head circumference. More speed of increasing head circumference, it is suggestive of hydrocephalus. So definitely investigations should start. Now how to measure this head circumference? So it is very simple. You put one tape, measure tape, what we are using. This measure tape should be flexible, okay, and non-stretchable. Flexible and non-stretchable. So your measure tape should rest on supraorbital margins on anterior side, and it should rest on occipital protuberance on back side. You can have one figure. Here you can see anteriorly it should be above the supraorbital margin, and posteriorly it should be over the occipital protuberance. Now Fontanelle closure. So we will be having anterior Fontanelle and posterior Fontanelle. So generally at the time of birth they will be open and they have different time of closure. Posterior Fontanelle will close by the age of 6 to 8 weeks. We can say that it is by 1.5 to 2 months of age. So within the 2 months the posterior Fontanelle will be closed, but anterior Fontanelle will not be closed. Anterior Fontanelle may take 12 to 18 months. Clear? So it is approximately 1 year to 1.5 year. Clear? So if it happens earlier, so it is indicative of abnormality, that is known as craniostenosis. So what it is explaining, or what it is telling, so it is indicative of premature closure of skull sutures. Okay, so it is indicative of this early suturing or early closure. So it may create pressure over the brain, so that is not advisable that it is closed earlier. And you might be knowing that in our Indian tradition, the haircut is not allowed up to the age of 1.5 year in some community, and up to 2 years also in few communities. Why? Because this anterior frontanale is not closed. Clear? So our elder individuals, they might be knowing all these signs that there are chances of injury to brain if the child is going for haircut, because definitely the child will not be sitting quietly, okay, like we are sitting during the haircut. Clear? So it is advisable not to go for haircut for at least 1.5 year. Clear? And definitely we are doing that also traditionally. Now you can see one of the depression like image here. So that is nothing but anterior frontanale. You can palpate it also if you have any newborn in your surroundings and he or she is having age less than 1.5 years. So you can palpate directly brain from this anterior frontanale. Now chest circumference. So what it is indicative of? What is the significance of measuring chest circumference? So chest circumference, it is nothing but thoracic diameter, definitely. So it will tell you idea regarding the nutritional status of individual. Clear? Now when the child is born, head circumference is more. Clear? How much? So 2 to 3 centimeter. Head circumference is more than chest circumference in newborn baby. Clear? Then it will be equal at the age of 6 to 12 months. Clear? At the age of 6 to 12 months it will be equal. Clear? And then after celebrating first birthday of this baby, the chest circumference will be more as compared to head circumference. Definitely if you consider in yourself, so chest circumference will be more as compared to head circumference. So that is not today's finding, it is there since you were of first or you will say that you were of 1 year of the age. Clear? So when we are at the 1 year of the age, so gradually the chest circumference will be larger as compared to head circumference. So here the things are going upside down. Clear? Initially the head circumference is more. By the age of 6 to 12 months both will be equal, and after your 1 year of the age your chest circumference will be more. Clear? Okay, and by the age of 5 years your chest circumference will be 5 centimeter larger than your head circumference, and gradually this difference will increase based on your body size. Now how to measure this chest circumference? So again here we have to use flexible non-stretchable measure tape, and that should be put at the level of nipple, and this is also measured between inspiration and expiration, so that you are getting average value. Clear? Because the chest size will be different during inspiration and expiration. During inspiration definitely the chest circumference will be more, and during expiration chest circumference will be less. So here it is to be measured between these two. If you are not able to mark exact the midpoint between the inspiration and expiration, it is simple that you go for inspiration and expiration, then you go for averaging. Okay, so it will be at neutral level. Now this is how the chest circumference is measured. Here it is with clothes, but you can ask your patient to remove the clothes also, otherwise you have to consider this. Okay, and on an average you can calculate that this might be because of cloth. So whatever you are getting with clothes, definitely the actual value is lesser than that. Okay, it is well understood. Now mid upper arm circumference. Mid upper arm circumference, what is the significance of this? So the significance is, it is again giving nutritional status of child. Yeah, so more the arm circumference, more the nutritional status is good. Clear? Now, what is requirement of this? Okay, so many times because of inadequate nutrition, okay, the child is not having good arm circumference, so definitely it is the matter of worry. So this is how you can measure, or simply you can use one flexible non-stretchable measure tape. Clear? And there are various placements of this, but for this arm circumference, wherever you get maximum girth, you place your measure tape over there. Okay, now what should be the normal values? So at the time of birth it should be 11 to 12 centimeter at least. By the age of 1 year it should reach 12 to 16 centimeter. At the age from 1 to 5 years it may be increasing less, so that is hardly it is reaching 16 to 17 centimeter. Okay, directly when you compare this data at the age of 12 years, so it may be up to 17 to 18 centimeter. Again at the age of 15 years it may reach up to 20 to 21 centimeter. Then later on it depends on your hypertrophy of bicep and tricep, and obviously your fat level. So in adults it will be highly variable. Okay, it will be having much variation in adults based on their obesity, based on their hypertrophy of biceps and triceps. Now, eruption of the teeth. So when the child is born, definitely there is no teeth available. Clear? So first eruption of the teeth will happen at the age of 6 to 7 months. So generally the incisors will come, either upper incisors or lower incisors. Okay, upper two or lower two. So again it is variable. So it is not always that teeth must appear at the age of 6 to 7 months of the age. It may take up to 15 months also. That will be also considered normal. So range is 6 months to 15 months. Okay, so even if your baby is not getting teeth eruption at the age of 1 year, okay, or 13 months, 14 months, 15 months, it is fine. Okay, it will come. Clear? Now, this eruption of the teeth, okay, it is not any indicator of assessment of growth. Like if the baby is having a delayed eruption of the teeth, it does not mean that the physical growth will be also hampered. It is possible that child is having very good physical health, but the teeth eruption is later. Clear? So it is different from child to child. Now we all know that there are two sets of this teeth. Clear? So the initial whatever the teeth they are available since birth, so they will be replaced by new teeth. Okay, so it will start from 6 to 7 years of age. Now second time whatever the teeth they are coming, they will be permanent. Okay, so initially there will be teeth, okay, then they will be replaced by new teeth at the age of this process starts from 6 to 7 years of age. Okay, and then whatever the teeth they are coming second time, they will be permanent. These are different time durations of coming different teeth. Okay, so that is full process of eruption of teeth, how they are coming. So they include incisors, molar, canine, and secondary molar. Now osseous growth, so that is overall growth of bones. Clear? So again it depends on multiple factors and definitely over the age also. So best or gold standard method to identify this osseous growth is by X-ray study. Skeletal maturation and bone growth, okay, so that is best indicator of the physiological development, and sometimes it may be continuous up to the age of 25 years. Clear? So up to 25 years of the age there will be osseous growth or bone growth. We all know that initially this bone will be having separate this epiphysis, metaphysis. Okay, then they will be merged and united, and then they will be converted into single bone. Clear? So once they are fused or once they are united, then there will not be increase in height, or there will not be any increase in skeleton growth. So in many individuals it will be stopped at the age of 22 years also, it is found, and it may be extended up to 25 years also. Now, so what should be the normal values for Indian children, how they are identified? So they are by research. In research there are observational studies, those are done. Observational studies means they are not giving any treatment, okay, that may affect the child's anthropometric measurement. For example, I would like to say, if the child is given few multivitamins, the height will increase. If the child is given exercise, again height, body will increase. Clear? So that is interventional research. Now we are talking of observational research. So observational research, they have subtypes: longitudinal and cross-sectional studies. Longitudinal means there will be follow-up. Clear? Child will be having measurement today, again after 1 year or 2 years, based on the research protocol they will be assessed. Cross-sectional means at one time, like what should be chest circumference at the age of 5 years, so that is cross-sectional study. Child is not assessed before also, that is before 5 years, and not even after also, that is after 5 years. Clear? Now, which are the common parameters used for monitoring of growth? So they are head circumference, chest circumference, upper limb, or we can say upper segment, so that is from head to back level, okay, that is up to the L5 level, and lower segment, so there will be ratio of this, that will be also assessed. Now, whatever the value comes, that will be expressed in different comparisons, like okay, for example, if I say that the height should be this many centimeters for 10 years of the age, so if it is found less in any individual, so should I consider that individual as abnormal individual? Not always. Clear? So there will be always range. Okay, so what we are using for comparison, so we are using mean and median values. Clear? So for example, if I say that the height should be 75 centimeter, okay, for 1 year old baby, so if someone is coming with 73 centimeters, so it will not be considered abnormal. If someone is coming with 78 centimeters, so it will not be considered abnormal. Clear? Why? Because 75 centimeter it is mean. Okay, so you are near to the mean. Definitely, if someone is having height only 60 centimeter, okay, at the age of 1 year instead of 75, definitely it is abnormal. Why? Because it is away from the mean and median values. Clear? Okay, you can consider percentile value. Percentile value means whatever the highest height is there in particular age group, okay, of any individual child, you consider that 100%. Clear? For example, if one child, okay, he is having height of 90 centimeter at the age of 1 year, average is 75 centimeter, so 90 centimeter height it is maximum, okay, for that group of research. You consider that 100%, then remaining all will be given percentile from this. So if 90 centimeter it is considered as 100%, so the height of 81 centimeter will be considered as 90 percentile. Okay, I know that you all are master in calculating percentile. And few indices, so that is nothing but we already discussed body mass index, so that is indices, body mass index. Indices is plural of index, so that will be also useful for comparison. So if you want to compare two children, so we can compare by their mean, we can compare by their percentile, or we can compare by this indices, that is BMI or any other indices. Now this common reference values, so they are given by WHO, that is World Health Organization. But World Health Organization has values, those are globally having research. But what we have to consider is, we have to consider Indian standards only, because the anthropometric measurement will be different for Indian children as compared to other countries' children. So for that, ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, has taken this nationwide cross-sectional study, and that was continued up to the 10 years from 1956 to 1965 to establish all these normal values, that what should be the Indian baby's normal height at particular age, what should be the Indian's baby weight at particular age, what should be the chest circumference of Indian baby at particular age, etc., etc. So this data was prepared by Indian Council of Medical Research during the time period of 1956 to 1965. This was the chart made by this WHO and ICMR. So it is showing that as the age advances, okay, how the height and weight should increase. So it is known as growth chart. Okay, you can see different axes. So on vertical axis you have weight, okay, and on horizontal axis they have given age in months. Clear? So how this is increasing, that you are checking by this chart. Any question? If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you.